We have David Steinberg on with us. He's the investigative reporter who has dedicated the last few years of his life to Ilhan Omar, and the now story that has just been posted at theblaze.com about the Minnesota Democratic candidate that is alleging outright vote buying by Minnesota Democrats. And she says it's worse than Somalia. And she is from Somalia. Welcome to the program, David. How are you?
Glenn, thanks for having me on.
You bet. Thank you for your hard work and your great story on the Blaze. David, tell me the story again in a nutshell. I just went over it, but tell me your version of the story here on what happened.
Well, the big thing going on here is that this isn't an edited, this isn't a sting operation. This woman is a Democrat. She was running for city council in Minneapolis. And again, this is the city council, which recently voted to defund the police. She is a defund the police supporter. So this is a very progressive left-wing Democrat. She's running for that seat. On July 6th, she gets on to Facebook Live. She speaks only in Somali. She's very upset. She talks for 15 minutes. She says, I'm announcing that I am no longer going to go door-to-door campaigning because she's so upset that everybody she meets says, my vote is $200. And apparently they're saying this because they were promised this by somebody else. So in this video, she says, you know what? If someone promised you $200, don't vote for me. Just go get your $200 and vote for them. I don't want any part of this. And then she describes two specific instances she witnessed while she was out campaigning. She says she met these 8 women, and they wanted to vote for her, and her campaign had sent a van to drive them to the polls. And this is perfectly legal, helping get people to the polls. She said there were 8 mostly elderly women. They all get there, and they're all waiting around for the driver, and they start to tell him, sort us out, sort us out. The driver says, I don't know what this means. So the driver calls her up. He asks her what it means. She says, I don't know what it means. Apparently, they were all promised $200 by somebody else, and they were expecting the $200. And so she tells the driver, take him back home. I don't want any part of this. She describes another situation where she met an older woman. She asked if the woman had voted, and she said, oh, yeah, sure, I voted already. She said, who did you vote for? I don't know. And apparently, after a few more questions, the woman revealed that a Somali man came around, knocked on her door, and took her ballot. Now, this is apparently such a widespread situation that, as she says in this video, the elder Somalis in the community, a lot of them simply do not understand that buying votes is illegal in the United States. She says these are older refugees. Most of them have not been able to learn English. They came from a very poor background. They escaped a war. And since they've gotten to America, they have been exploited like this. They simply don't know. They think it's just how it's done. And so this woman, who I'm describing her as a patriot in the article, look, she wants to defund police. She's very radical left. I don't agree with her. But what she says in this article is, this is a country of laws. This is going to destroy our community. It has to stop now. You all know about it. We all know each other here. And you all know sooner or later, this is going to come down on us. And she's very upset that this is bringing a terror light on the Somali American community there. And to be honest, she's right. I mean, Trump has been very hard on the community, and he is in every rally. He discusses Omar. He discusses what's going on with Minnesota and the refugee community. And that reputation, there are a tremendous number of people in this community. They're all my sources, and they've had enough. They are intimidated. They want to join America. They don't want to live like this, and they feel like they have to keep their mouth shut. This woman had enough. She just got on Facebook Live, talked for 15 minutes in Somali. She said her name. She says, I know people are going to say I'm crazy, I'm a snitch. But she said, you know what? People know. They already know, and you're all going to get caught.
And she's not a nobody. I mean, she is the former head of the fundraising for the Democratic Party in Minnesota,
Right.
is she not?
Yeah, the DFL is the name of the Democratic Party in Minneapolis. She was the head of fundraising for the DFL office in Minneapolis. She has been selected for several state boards and commissions by the governor of Minnesota. This is not a newcomer who just decided to run and had no votes. This woman's been around. She's, it seems like at least 15 years of volunteering and campaigning and activism in the local Democratic Party. She knows everybody. And she just had enough. She was tired of people asking her for money, and she was tired of seeing the seniors get exploited. And she just posted this very upset video. I didn't edit it. You posted the whole video on the site.
Mm-hmm.
We posted the entire translation. We got 2 Somali translators, one person to translate, one person to check it over. And everything you see there is exactly what she said. And as of this moment, the video is still live. She posted this on July 6th.
That won't be up there for very much longer. We do have all of this burned to disk, do we not?
I'm sorry?
We do have all this on the hard drive, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
What you have posted right now is stored on the Blaze. We did download it. We have archived everything, and it's not going anywhere. We did reach out to her for comments. It's been 2 days, and we have not heard back from her. But again, if we do hear from her, the first message is, of course, this is incredibly brave. We think she's a patriot. We're glad she did this.
And she wouldn't be necessarily a friend of the Blaze. She probably, I mean, she is a progressive Democrat.
Absolutely. Again, if you look at her campaign page, she was certainly on board with defunding the police. She said disfund, dismantle, rebuild, what was her motto on that. Absolutely, I don't expect she would be a fan of anything we post. But again, my point of view on this, again, who do you think my sources have been for 2 years? Somali refugees, Muslim refugees in the community, which is about 80% Democrat to begin with. But they're scared, they're intimidated, they've had enough, they want to be
So
more...
how do you mean, David, how do you mean they've been intimidated? Who's intimidating them?
Oh, the elder voters. People come around collecting ballots, and they simply think they have to give them the ballot because this is how it went in Somalia, as she describes it. She says, we have all these other problems in our community, and now you can add corruption of seniors to that list.
There's everything that you have put in this article has been verified and re-verified, and you can see it with your own eyes. You can read the text again. Somebody translated, then we went back and we had somebody else independently translate to make sure that it was all exactly what we say it is, and get her words exactly right. And so all of this is all buttoned up. There is another part of this story that may or may not be true that we will only know if a subpoena, but it goes to Keith Ellison, and I don't know if you want to or care to share that, but it would explain why nothing is being done by the Attorney General. Sure. You want to share that?
I'm happy to share that. Look, the election is coming in 2 weeks, and if we have several thousand votes purchased in a swing state, Minneapolis could be decided by a couple thousand votes, and Minnesota, the state, the presidential election might be decided by Minnesota. So somebody's got to look into this now. So what I've heard is that Saido Shai is her name. After she posted this video on July 6th, she received a text from Keith Ellison with 2 words, "Shut up." Now, apparently, people were trying to get her, after she explained this to people, they were trying to get her to show the phone and to just see the evidence of what happened. And she walked away and left. She was not willing to share that. But yes, that is the story circulating, is that after she posted this, She gets a text from Keith Ellison, "Shut up."